Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Khalid, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of guests and personalities from around the Kingdom of Bahrain. So stay tuned, and we'll be back with more. The Kingdom of Bahrain has successfully hosted the FIBA 3x3 World Tour Manama Masters tournament, which brought together top-ranked teams from across the globe to compete in a thrilling showcase of skill, speed, and athleticism. And to talk more about that, we are pleased to welcome back here in the studio with Bahrain Basketball Association Secretary, Mr. Ahmed Hafedh. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you after the event. Now, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you on the outstanding organization of the FIBA 3x3 Manama Masters. Can you tell us a little bit about how the Kingdom of Bahrain prepared to host this edition of this global championship?
Well, the preparations were, far back from last year's event. The clock started, if you like, for preparing for this year and making it better. And with the support from as high as our, leadership, from His Majesty the King, all the way to the Crown Prince and the sporting leadership, we had a challenge, or the organizing committee had a challenge, and they lived up to its, to the challenge because of the support we had from every sector, involved in this thing. So, alhamdulillah, it went very well, and now it's a challenge for the next one.
Alhamdulillah, and it's always, like you said, it's really great to see that sport is something, the importance of it is emphasized across various facets of governance and even in society here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Now, hosting these events has come as part of Bahrain's commitment, actually, to advancing this spirit of sportsmanship, right? So what can you tell us about these efforts? And you mentioned as well, like from the government level as well. What can you tell us about the support provided to such events?
The support has always been there, and it increases because the sport itself is seen as from many angles in terms of the sport itself and the sport tourism, and putting Bahrain on the map in terms of events, sporting events. Formula One is one side, MMA is another side. Now we have FIBA 3x3. So the importance is there of putting Bahrain on the map in these sporting events. That's why we strive to sort of make those kinds of aspirations come to life.
And to elaborate on that, you brought up a brilliant point. And I think the Kingdom of Bahrain is very continuously advocating for a spirit of sportsmanship and, fostering healthy competition and,
Absolutely.
outlets of various types of sports. How important do you think it is to promote this culture of sportsmanship? Absolutely,
very, very important. And it goes all the way down to for the kids, the local Bahraini kids, all the way to the sportsmanship, whether they're talking about amateur sportsmanship or professional, and representing Bahrain on the sport world, across the globe. We have in this 3x3 a team called Rafa, which is representing Bahrain globally in the top 4. We have a lot of representation in the region in terms of the sporting events, 3x3 in particular. So it's very, very important because it instills the culture of sport and health and all the associated benefits of that across the society, and that's one of the aims that we all in the sporting community trying to do.
Brilliantly said. And tourism in the Kingdom of Bahrain is growing, and it makes sense that it would, especially with such events such as this tournament. What is the importance, in your opinion? And you mentioned earlier as well, putting Bahrain on the map, especially in the sports world. Yeah. Can you tell us about the importance of Bahrain's growing role in the international sports community? Yeah,
I think the sports, if you like, being on the map and being out there, and tourism, sport tourism is now taking off, globally, and Bahrain is doing a lot in terms of the sport tourism. In fact, the Minister of Tourism was one of the members of the Higher Council for the organizing committee, and she was there present every day to lend her support from day one all the way to the end of the event, which proved another sort of tick in the box in terms of making sure the event is successful from a tourism point of view, as well as the sports point of view. So the total support brought together meant this event became successful because of all those factors.
I think that that's a great thing to bring up, and I think as well, Bahrain is a very hospitable country as well, and I think hospitality is one of those things that transcends culture, transcends language, and I think sports is also one of those things. So I think that's I'm sorry, were you about to say something?
No, we had exactly what you're saying. We had these feelings from all the people involved in this. FIBA itself had, of course, because they were running all the technical issues of the 3x3, and they were raving, luckily, about Bahrain and the way they are so welcoming, the hosting of the event, the feelings they had while they were here. So they were very happy to come back, and they are looking forward to coming back and back again for the event, not just because the sporting community has proved to be so big in terms of hosting such huge events, but the hospitality, the culture, the tourism sides of things, the event that were around the 3x3 proved that this is what they are looking for. FIBA has a special part of their organization looking after 3x3, and they were very, very enthusiastic about what they saw and what they're looking forward to, and they were very, very happy to be here and are looking forward, just like we are looking forward to the future events of that.
That's really brilliant to hear, and it's really brilliant to hear that feedback. And on the note of feedback, this tournament featured some of the best 3x3 basketball teams from around the world going to head in these really thrilling competitions. So what can you tell us about the participating team from Bahrain and from other countries?
The teams that are presented in the tour is the top 14 teams around the world. This is like, if you like, the equivalent of Formula One, where you have circuits and going around the world. The top 14, as they qualify within each sort of World Tour event, they go to the next one. So the ones that were in Bahrain were the current top 14 teams, and the competition was outstanding. You could tell everybody was having fun watching that high level of competition, as well as the local leagues that we had for the Bahraini clubs and the GCC women's tournament. So those three events made everybody enjoy the event, as well as see top competition within 3x3.
Brilliant. And now, maybe on a related note, what were the changes and developments that we saw in this year's edition compared to previous iterations?
Last year's event was a success, so it was a challenge for the organizing committee to take it one notch up. They took it more than one notch up. All the surrounding sort of activities, especially the fan zone or the fun zone, however you want to call it, was so much success. We heard some comments talking about this being a small version of the F1 Formula fan zone. That's how big it was, and the attraction was there. In fact, somebody was saying the families were having a tough time pulling their kids out day one. They would be coming day two. So the fan zone, the competition itself, was much higher level even than last year. Last year was high level, but this was even better. The local competition was very, very good, and that's a point that we are building on for local 3x3.
Brilliant. And actually, I remember we were speaking about as well, like the fun zone and the extracurricular activities as well, making this an event for everyone to enjoy, whether they're into sports or whether they just want to be spectators. Yes. And so on that note, could you tell us a little bit more about these activities that had people's kids?
Yeah, the fan zone were, inclusive of everything: games, video games, stalls of, our culture and, the old Bahrain heritage, and music, cultural music, and all those activities, competitions that were the typical thing that a family needs as an outing on a weekend. And now everybody knows about it. So there were a lot of people in there. It was packed all the time. We had very, very good attendance. So, thank God, that went very well, the activities. And everything else around the competition, with the crowds, with the extracurricular activities, if you like, with the sport itself, 3x3, was very, very good. And, alhamdulillah, it went very well. So now is a challenge for next year. So.
And speaking of next year, what are the preparations for the upcoming tournament?
Well, when one event ends, the clock starts for the next one. So the clock has already started, and the sky is the limit, if you like, for what Bahrain is looking forward to and what kind of things we want to put up, and we're looking forward to it. So watch the space, as they say.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. And, we wish you luck with, first of all, again, congratulations on the success of this tournament. And I'm sure that the next tournament will be just as, if not even more fruitful.
I think congratulations goes out to the whole of Bahrain, especially every single person who had something to do with the organizing thing, including the head of the organizing committee, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Ali, who was there every single day making sure, this thing was run. And the workforce and the organizing committee, you had to see it to believe it. And everybody was, thankfully amazed and very, happy to see this thing going on. And it's like you get a promise from everybody, okay, this is our event now, from now on. So, congratulations go to all those people who had something to do with this thing. So let's look forward to next year.
Definitely. Congratulations again. And it's also really great to see that sense of community that everyone has, from the highest level to the volunteers to everyone, in making this event so fruitful. Yes. Thank you so much again.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there is a lot going on in the Kingdom of Bahrain, especially when it comes to sport. So get involved whenever you can. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with more on Bahrain Now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at what's going on beyond the studio in the following report.
The 7th edition of the Bahrain International Airshow 2024, which is held under royal patronage, kicked off at Sakhir Air Base with the participation of more than 200 delegates representing 56 countries and 60 regional and international companies. During its 3 days, the airshow will hold specialized workshops in the aerospace sector, the aviation industry, and related sectors.
We are very pleased that the Republic of Cyprus participates for the first time ever in the prestigious Bahrain International Airshow. We participate with a delegation from the Joint Rescue Coordination Center of the Republic of Cyprus, which is responsible for the search and rescue operations and training in the Eastern Mediterranean. The JRCC Cyprus has a wide network of cooperation in the Middle East, and we are looking into expanding our network of cooperation in the Gulf countries.
Bahrain Airport Services today is proud to be one of the sponsors of Bahrain International Airshow. Our presence here today comes as a ground handler, the official ground handler of all the participated aircrafts, the crews, the guests, in terms of all the ground handling operation, catering services, and cargo operation as well. Definitely, this is an international platform and a great venue to connect our brand with all the international and global brands. And we are very proud to be here today to represent this vision and this mission.
This major global event is held due to the long history of the aviation sector in the Kingdom of Bahrain, not only at the Gulf level but also at the global level, which reflects the commitment of Bahrain to enhance its position as a leading center in the aerospace industry. Visitors from around the world have come to attend the airshow and enjoy its accompanying events. The airshow was considered an opportunity to bring together manufacturers and exhibitors to exchange ideas and explore technological innovations in the world of aviation.
We are very proud to be part of this event. It's not the first year, and it will not be, inshallah, the last, of course. This year, our stand is with our Gulf Fair group. GA is part of the group. Okay, we are here to market our products and services and training. At Gulf Aviation Academy, we are an approved training organization from our local authority, from EASA, and from many different authorities, GACA, Kuwait, and Jordan.
We're here focused on electronic warfare for L3 Harris and the Viper Shield program for the F-16. It's a good opportunity to meet with customers, meet with the Bahrain Air Force, and really are enjoying the air show.
This year's airshow is an unprecedented edition with an authentic Bahraini character in accordance with the comprehensive system of leadership and innovation. Bahrain's International Airshow 2024 is recording a large turnout and remarkable attendance, having succeeded over the past editions in attracting the latest products and technologies in the aviation industry, and has become a prominent landmark on the map of international exhibitions.
The Embassy of Malaysia and the Kingdom of Bahrain organized the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the Kingdom of Bahrain and Malaysia in the presence of His Excellency Dr. Ramzan bin Abdullah Al Naimi, Minister of Information, Dr. Isa Nasser Al Naimi, representative of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for Consular and Administrative Affairs, and a number of officials. Relations between the Kingdom of Bahrain and Malaysia are experiencing significant progress on all levels and in various fields. The two countries share close strategic partnership, strong and developed relations focused on mutual respect, common interests, and constructive cooperation, built on a future vision that ensures continued success and cooperation.
It is actually a historical event for Malaysia and Bahrain as we celebrate our 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations. It is momentous for both countries that this celebration happens after 5 decades of strong building of relations, which have grown between so many leaders over the years. And definitely for Malaysia now, we have seen that relationship have further elevated, looking into the bond and relation between the two majesties presently have. So definitely we're looking forward for a greater and stronger relation in the coming years. And in the part where we celebrate it in this month of November, because the relationship started in the month of November, but it's a whole year event. So we began several programs, small programs here and there, and then I also mentioned this during our National Day celebration this year, that is really special this year as we celebrate our National Day in concurrent with the 50th anniversary. So it is truly something that touches Malaysia and Bahraini in the heart. So this is not only a celebration for Malaysia, it's a celebration for both Malaysia and Bahrain. That we hope that this will build a stronger relationship, people-to-people contact with mutual understanding that grow not only aspiring people where we are, but also to the world. So this is something that a message that we wanted to share. And why we chose Water Garden City is because it has a beautiful skyline of Bahrain, and we have a natural backdrop of Bahrain to showcase to the people, whoever comes to Bahrain, that Malaysia is here in the heart of Manama, in the heart of people of Bahrain. So thank you for having us here.
The Embassy of France to the Kingdom of Bahrain hosted a reception at the residence of France, honoring the 4th Bahrain Film Festival and celebrating the growing collaboration between France and Bahrain in the media and film industry. This prestigious event brought together prominent figures from the Bahraini and Arabic film community.
It's a great pleasure for me to welcome tonight at the residence of France all the people from the cinema field, stakeholders in the cinema industry, film industry, and the lovers of cinema. France and Bahrain love cinema. We all love cinema, and we are working since a few years already between our two countries to cooperate more on building cooperation, and a cooperation which targets more specifically the Bahraini youth. The young Bahrainis are so talented, so full of enthusiasm, especially on cinema, that we wanted to develop this cooperation. And that is what we have done on the occasion of the 4th edition of the Bahrain Film Festival, whom we are partnered with this year. And through, if I may say, two specific initiatives. The first one is that we have organized during this week a workshop, two-day workshop, to teach the young Bahrainis co-production and production of films. And we have asked a professor from Esra School in France, in Paris, famous cinema school, and not only in Paris, in different locations in France, to come and to have these exchanges with the young Bahrainis. The second initiative was what we have called the 48-hour film challenge, which is a two-day challenge to make a short movie and how to make a short movie. With also a professor coming from France, a renowned filmmaker, and we have had this 48 film challenge, which was a huge success. We have received more than 100 applicants to participate to this initiative. So you see that this cooperation has been is developing. Is getting stronger and stronger year after year between France and Bahrain. And I really would like to congratulate the president of the Bahrain Film Festival, the vice president of the Union of Arab Artists also, and the Ministry of Information, most importantly, and His Excellency Dr. Ramzan, for his dedication, for the work that has been done with this fantastic team to organize this Bahrain Film Festival, and thanking them to partner with the French Embassy on this very important event.
I've been invited to give some lectures about directing for young directors and students from film schools, and also organizing the 48-hour challenge, which they're going to start tomorrow, writing and directing and editing a film in 48 hours, so it's a very short time. And then the winner will get some scholarship for French school, for summer school. And so I'm very happy to be here. It's first time in Bahrain. I'm very impressed. So we are here at the French Embassy with lots of important people in the film and the television business. And so it's very nice to be here to meet new people in this very sort of new market and upcoming market. And so I'm very happy to be here and meeting all the people.
Uniting through the power of music. The Bahrain Musical Band Society, in collaboration with the American Embassy, hosted a special musical concert. This artistic event featured an exceptional performance where the American AFCENT Band presented a joint show with a group of professional Bahraini musicians. This occasion offers a wonderful opportunity for the audience to enjoy a unique musical experience that reflects cultural diversity. The performance included a variety of musical pieces that reflects the cultural cooperation between Bahrain and the US.
Tonight, with collaborating with the American Embassy and the AFCENT Band, we are having a nice, tremendous night with a jamming session between Bahraini professional and the American musicians.
It is our pleasure to be here in Bahrain, performing here tonight at Arab Open University with our partners, the Bahrain Musical Band Society and the United States Embassy. We're looking forward to performing at the Bahrain International Airshow over the next 3 days. We're going to be performing near the static displays. Look for some of the large planes and we'll be right under it, and we'll also be in the family area. Again, it's such a pleasure to be here with our friends and partners in the nation of Bahrain.
Today we are hosting this event because we have MOU with US Embassy, and we are hosting this event because this band came for Bahrain Airshow, and it is our pleasure to have our guests today, and I'm sure that they will enjoy their night. It's our pleasure to have our collaboration with US Embassy.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on this episode of Bahrain Now. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we did. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We love to hear from you. Until the next episode, this was Khalid Hijris. Good night and God bless.